But after 30 years in professional boxing, the legend himself wants to put on an unforgettable show between himself, a mythical hero of old, and a genetic freak by the name of Eric Esch with a record of 65-2. Can the Easton assassin pull out his trusty marksman rifle of a left jab and show that power, ring IQ, and resilience never leaves? Or will the younger, bigger Butterbean make squash out of a fighter past his ripeness? The year is 2002. Larry Holmes has been from the top to the bottom and every which way in between. Undeniable great of the heavyweight division. From his quick, concise come-up, title, and some strong title defenses, Larry would defend himself against the greatest Muhammad Ali in a fight that would unfortunately make him the villain of the heavyweight division for decades to come, with a reputation still soured till this day. With Muhammad being clearly affected by his physical disabilities and having to take every pill under the sun just to look healthy, many struggle to look at Holmes' demolition of a hero. Still, alas, the victory was prophesied and accomplished. Holmes would continue his heavily publicized demolition of the heavyweight division and knock every contender off their block, snatching their O's all the while.
If I don't get an offer from Michael Spinks by end of April, I retire.
Holmes would berate the fighter during the lead-up for his 49th fight against the older brother of Leon Spinks, a former champion who Holmes himself had already viciously knocked out in his prime.
To lose to light heavyweight champion, I mean, that would be a shame, wouldn't it? That Larry Holmes, family, the greatest fighter of all, lose to a light heavyweight? No, I'm not going to lose. That's gone. It's not even in my mind.
And in a cruel twist of fate, it seemed Holmes' cockiness and karma had caught up with him through the sweet taste of brotherly revenge, and he finally lost his title after a truly magnificent 19 title defenses. Holmes' latter career was as up and down as a seesaw, yet always entertaining and infinitely respectable. But now came his final rebirth. The assassin was back for one last roll of the dice against the big-barreling beast known as Butterbean. Eric Esch was a character unlike the world had ever seen. When looking at a record more extensive than the waistline of Eric, 65-2, you'd have to assume Butterbean had defeated some worthy or at least talented adversary, correct? Well, sadly not. Outside of his first-round knockout over the relatively weak contender Peter McNeely, who was most famous for being Mike Tyson's first knockout since his release from prison, Eric had sadly beat mostly unknown fighters with more losses than wins and questionable chins at best.
So I'm just going to go out there and throw punches. I'm just going out winging. I mean, I don't know how it's going to turn out, but we're going out there just throwing a lot of punches.
But if there's one thing you can guarantee with a man like Butterbean, it was his incredible knockout power. It wasn't uncommon to see his opponents on the canvas within 1 minute of his bouts, and his tall, imposing figure likely frightened his prey enough to where his fight would be over before the bell had even rung. The bout was held in the Scope Complex of Norfolk, Virginia, and as the two fighters made their way to the ring, the crowd would go wild for the great personalities in front of them. With a scheduled 10 rounds ahead of them, the most Butterbean had ever accepted, usually refusing to go past 4, the two fighters touch gloves as the referee recounts the rules and the bell rings.
Computers early too, so here we go. Larry Holmes dancing around. Holmes said to us earlier he thinks this is a 3-round fight.
And then can put in a second, third, and fourth jab had in the other fights.
Landing and punching. Now see, when he gets on the inside, Butterbean can land a few things. He lands an overhand right to the head of Holmes.
A long time if he's a back.
I think Holmes started out looking like, oh, there's the one.
Round 1 begins, and Larry stays cautious of Butterbean's power as he moves around the ring effectively despite nearing his mid-50s.
Neither man throwing much, and actually the crowd getting on him a little bit right now. About a minute left to go. All respect with the
motioning for Holmes to come in.
Knock him out. With right hand, overhand right. Did Holmes, but it was short. That one got there.
Right hand lead.
Round. And we're heading into round 4. Larry Holmes in the white trunks. Butterbean in the stars and stripes.
He would land one shot and effectively turn the fight and then try to get off.
They could have that nice right hand by Holmes. Halfway through this round, They have not really done much. There's another one. So we head into round 9. If you didn't hear it, Murray Sutherland said to Larry Holmes, or to Butterbean, you have to knock this man out. The only way you're going to do it is by going after him. Your old king of the 4-rounders is in the 9th round. He's never been that far.
Whole thing for this fight for Butterbean was
Put it back. So he's going backwards and taking 2 strong. Now Larry Holmes is really nailing him with the jabs.
Forrest has so many different ways to fight.
And I hear Butterbean backs in the corner, hoping that he can force Holmes to make a mistake and he can nail him. I guess that's the reason for this.
This is his highest or second. This is the place that had to try to take his career.
May I add, one's better than Butterbean. Look bad. He's doing it again tonight, but here comes Butterbean. Good jab, and Holmes moves away from the right hand. Butterbean lands a couple of right hands. He's flailing away. Holmes with his hand on the ropes, just trying to parry whatever Butterbean throws and not get hit with the Butterbean head. And there comes the right hand from Holmes. It's coming, folks. Oh, that's the, oh my. Well, it didn't hurt Butterbean. He will go out a winner. Oh, left hook. Sends Holmes down. That's called a knockdown appropriately. Sends him against the ropes, and that's the appropriate call by the way.
Ends with a little bit more curiosity.
So, an interesting moment. Larry Holmes, we think probably won this fight.
91. Holmes beat Michael Greer by KO at 118 in round 4 of 10 at Neil S. Blaisdell Arena, Honolulu, Hawaii, US.
The jab is definitely there, not as snap like that. Himalayan, Carlos Calavera. Yeah, there's a flat. By the way, the World Boxing Council is in big. Oh, and there's another big body shot fight. Through his mouth. This is turning into going to get this guy out of there. They count the waist. Holmes is now taking some big shots. I guess that's what you get when you get Larry. Oh, that's right. And there it is. Oh, big shot. Larry Holmes getting a little bit upset. Unbelievable. He is out. Michael Greer.
1980, defending WBC heavyweight title, Holmes beat Leroy Jones by TKO at 2:18 in round 8 of 15.
We approach the end of round 2. Look at those lefts. A question. Right there, Jones was hurt. And you still have yet to go to the belly. Good right by Holmes. Then a follow-up left and another good right. Larry going more to the uppercut now. Jones a wide open target. Jones ready, it seems to go. A little bit wobbly. 20 seconds left in round 8. And Larry throwing everything he could into it. Give Jones credit for gameness. He tries to
WBC, and the ring heavyweight titles. Holmes beat Jerry Cooney by TKO at 2:52 in round 13 of 15.
Holmes dancing, lots of movement. A good blow by Holmes, a good right. A quick right by Holmes in the fight. Second round. Holmes knocked Cooney. Dundee used to call Jerry a one-arm bandit, saying he could only fight with the left. Cooney getting it now from Holmes. For a moment looked like Jerry might go down. Holmes is really laying it all over. Crowd is getting its money's worth. Could sense that he had heard it, but there's Holmes with the right. Holmes looking for the exit. I was just about to say looking for the opportunity. More than, oh, the right again, and Cooney's knees. Mess. No other way to put it. Now it's getting a little sloppy because both men are tired, and Holmes trying to tee off and doesn't have the strength left. I don't think
The heavyweight title. Holmes beat Lorenzo Zanin by knockout at 2:39 in round 6 of 15.
Good right lead by Holmes. There's the right lead. One right lead did it. Isn't what it was in the first 3 rounds. Another right, and Zanone goes down. It's 4th round action, 2 knockdowns in the round. There's the right, Zanone's ready to go. That Holmes is not fighting a good fight tactically. There he goes from the right again. How quickly. This should go in.
November 10th, 1978, defending WBC heavyweight title, Holmes beat Alfredo Evangelista by knockout at 2:14 in round 7 of 15.
Seconds of the 3rd round. Kenny never looked better. Good right uppercut. List has never been knocked out. Again, scoring effectively. Uppercut. And Holmes has used that effectively twice. He is not using himself up. He is staying flat-footed again. Underway. Don't forget tomorrow. Oh, a good right lead by Larry. Right now, Larry Holmes. Larry going to the belly.
Measure the man, and he is really trying hard to put him away. But he...
Well, I think Larry got it.
WBC and the ring heavyweight titles, Holmes beat Leon Spinks by TKO at 2:34 in round 3 of 15.
Chance. Larry gives him an excellent chance of the New York, California. Referee keeps position well. 2 good lefts in, even more than it does in the ring. Spinks can afford Spinks. When he won easily, is 50 seconds left in advantage. Spinks had Holmes clearly rattled. Now to see Larry lose his cool. Oh, a good left to the belly. Then scoring heavily against Spinks. Now he's fighting, is really teeing off on him. Has him measured. You see the left measuring him, then the right, and then the left. And Spinks is ready to go. The key to this, don't lose your head.